this evening, the news came out to say AduBoahen trial. AG withdraws charges against third accused Mildred Donko as she offers to testify for prosecution against the former NSB boss. Remember, Omwa Sebio na Omo Ejina Court no, including a year AduBoahen no, nomuye nipa beye e 9. Abayua we your friend Mildred Donko no mo kai say ono na excuse me time asem de baye AduBoahen asem de baye na Ojina Court e defending ho a o ka say eye ne lawyer atachia abon opamo atachia wo court no ha sa abayua no ende ono ankasa abeka cha attorney general say onim say waye bone onim say AduBoahen mo use no amomo di bone onim say sebio omo dwirim de ye ka dwirim a sebio oka ho ene siye na emom no because open the fan hodie and I said the fan hodie no eye ni prison obekọ no ye bete so ama nti ono ebedi adanse a kire se eye AduBoahen sebio owia oman sika ode eye kotikwan so ene bo oman ne kro no intendem no ka say Mildred Donko na o defending ho say ombo kro no onye ahwe no ende o sits eye Attorney General no oba beka Attorney General team no ho aka edi no kre edi nse amagana fo hu se sebio de course no eye AduBoahen no na onim hu bi ye fra bibi eye prosecution eye de she has offered herself to be a witness eye Attorney General no ebe den ebe use no ede aden a prosecute eye den eye AduBoahen inti at least it is a step. It is progress. People who were parts of the corruption. Omwa omni AduBoahen ebo krono a ye nyina ye de omu nyina akogina efia quarter ye toto omano no ebi astarte kasa dabi semekwa akoda we fiase ama AduBoahen de semekwa akodam ma AduBoahen sika we wia ode betwitwa no ho anase sebio mekwa akoja menyire ene memba wo fie na makwa wo jail de ende meka no kra ewom no enti omo a sebio omo ne AduBoahen ebo krono no omo astarte sesa oma no se ende omo beka no kra no na Ghana mra no sebio asotwe bi ade bebo omo no yago asotwe nim enti AduBoahen eye matese ochina sebio eye asem ne be fra no court enti eye madam e friend Mildred Donko o se ende no sebio se opese okamane yeda one eye Attorney General na eye dwuma bom obeboa Attorney General ama AduBoahen ene omo amaka omo wi Ghana sika no sebio yebehu nokura ewom na omo so sebio ewo se asotwe yede mo no yede ama omo enti sende oti eye news we ababontene a oti news we ababontene a eye one of the suspects no omo say anasa accused eye persons no omo say omo ne Attorney General ebe hwenkwan abom na nokura ewom bia omaka we and I was actually say the Attorney General is working. When you are able to flip a very critical suspect in a very high profile case to say, then it means you are really getting somewhere. It is not easy for somebody who has stolen and kept the money to themselves to just come out and say me pesa me kano kureno na me hotome na sebio obi ehu de course. It is not easy. You need investigators, interrogators who are wise, intelligent enough to let the person na yebusa the question at say she or he cannot take the fall for somebody, because you can see clearly say omo boss akro no we a eye AduBoahen ka ho no, majority of them are omo imagine say omo be di atro e de abo ekufo AduBoahen no omo nyina no omo refi omo ho say AduBoahen no we wie sike gu a obetumi e de agina court be 20 years. Yes, na omo no aya no mo refi omo ho say AduBoahen no ono ena sika no ni mu kase no ekọ ne ho enti say omo agimi na so meka say ye de ye bebu AduBoahen e ma AduBoahen ko jail a omo be ko jail na AduBoahen so ko jail. You see, when it comes to political prosecution, it is not easy. And nobody should underestimate a political prosecution. Say obi aban adwuma na odi aban sika na wodi ni kojina quarter. Say a friend AduBoahen a also tia say obia na oye adwuma wo AduBoahen office wo bia krata ne fa ne nsemu bia no saa nipa no e wo se sebio investigation no ekoka no. So it is not a day or it is not a month's work. It is adwuma tedious. You need to be very tactical in prosecuting such a person, because one, you need to understand say ansa krata metu ne nim no na omo oni omo didi nkomo aplan se obobo sa akron no, it has been well planned. It is a way to make obia or involved. Udi AduBoahen bejina court for 10 years. Na on share that enya what will pin him down. But if you are able to get the people who have been accused of working with AduBoahen to steal from us, it makes it easy for you to pin down the campaign. And in this case, AduBoahen is the alpha male. Or then the campaign na sikani nyina ko si ni nsem. Inti we should not underestimate the work of the Attorney General. It is tough. Sometimes we feel that he's being slow. And somebody, that the way the Attorney General sometimes, the case is slow to us. But can you blame the Attorney General? You cannot blame the Attorney General, because you, the same person, you don't want the Attorney General to fail. You, the same person, you don't want the Attorney General to go to court and lose the case. So the Attorney General also needs to make sure, for you to have that trust in him, he needs to diligently do his job. And he needs to make sure, so when you say prosecute, he needs to win. And all this comes with time, duration. It comes with being very tactical, taking your time to make sure, say, when you're being prosecuting, you have to go in and win. You don't have to say, well, chances are 50-50. Then it's better you don't even go in. I believe that the Attorney General can do better. The Attorney General can do more. The Attorney General can basically force to fast track some of the cases. That one, I agree. But we also need to understand, they are not stupid. Somebody who can steal over 500 million Ghana cedis is not stupid. So be a Benjuma now to me we are 50 million Ghana cedis, $10 million. Don't underestimate Sandipano or your Kromfua, why your Chronona check, or Bok Chronona check. It is not easy to steal government money. And sometimes people think that it is easy. It is not easy. It is almost obia we are buying car. Don't underestimate the intelligence of that criminal, because onim dia all year ediye sikana or the bekatadichi. Nobody will steal from the government without knowing say obetimia kavanichi. For you to go after such people, you need to understand say obia all protecting the biano, you are able to nullify the person before you can hang that person. And so time we can just say, oh, a bicycle we are the former obwa, because you need to be extraordinary, smart, and a criminal to be able to steal from government. And to Sanko for we should not just see them say, oh, we are bicycle. For somebody to work at National Service Bureau, National Signal Bureau, somebody to be on the top there, knowing IT, knowing how to move figures around, knowing how to block air signals, knowing how to shut down networks. When that person decides to steal, you need people who are more intelligent than that person to be able to prosecute and win against the person. So let us not underestimate this. In they did not just create a hole and to steal the money. They created holes, stole the money, and sealed the holes. You are the one who is supposed to find the holes that have been sealed to make sure, say, aha, now this is for Johnny. Aha, now we're sealing now, we're painting, aha, and a second fire. And I will tell the Attorney General to be quick in some of the prosecutions. We believe some of the prosecutions are supposed to be faster. Some of the prosecutions are not supposed to be, we are not supposed to waste time on them. Some of the prosecutions are not supposed to last more than 6 months in court. They need to be quick. They need to be effective. Some of the prosecutions, we understand, if it's going to take time, that is fine. But some are supposed to be quick, fast. And this is my advice to the Attorney General. You are not supposed to be pleasing anybody. You are supposed to be doing the job. Now, there's another story here. And it's got to do with a nurse for. Now, the health minister, Mr. Akando, and I can say so far, I've seen a few ministers, but it looks like Akando has been working. Let's put everything aside. Osha, health sector no one of the sectors are NPP for a lot of burden power. For 8 years, the NPP did not retool any hospital in Ghana. For 8 years, they did not build any new hospital in Ghana. For 8 years, they did not equip any regional or teaching hospital. They didn't do anything like that. Into also to say, for 8 good years, we have our health sector stuck. Senior Jan 2016, no, the health sector sat there for 8 years without having or getting any upgrade. Until when government changes, that's a buying for Froba say now. The burden is on the new minister in charge of health to make sure say, face now, your health sector, he or she has been able to change it. So when you sit back, you can see there is a lot of pressure on the health sector or on the health ministry, because majority of the facilities around the nation, the nurses who were denied their employment, the arrears, like it looked like say a health minister, you know, Agyapong Agyapong cannot walk anywhere and say from 2017 to 2024 hospital we changed this hospital space, we re-equipped it 100%, we built on to me Kebi. It is like 8 years now NDC health sector no. It has deteriorated another 8 years, and they have to pick it from there. For 8 years, NPP for Jaguar Manesa Proye. So if you are the health minister today, you need money to revive Afari. You need money to revive Sewia. You need money to rebuild La General Hospital. Mete say Jimmy to say Okoboy, Wakobi fan club will be say he is going to give the health minister pressure to build hospitals and build facilities. Okoboy in Krania Boa. Your health minister and Okobu General Hospital to go ye. Okoboy Jimmy for me in the school. Me in the persec. Okoboy onyini jam. He is so dumb and foolish. Politics mu. Adia mama ni nya position of politics no okuta Rebecca Kufuado bag e Jubilee House. You have been the health minister. Oya Nkrani Okoboy. You got the opportunity to serve your people in the Greater Accra region. You led the Achims and the Ashantis to break down a general hospital. Kwasia went man to block NC hospital no. Ufri power 6 months waba say open say NC hospital uyo dying. And these are the people, sometimes they get us pissed off and we insult them because school no mukwa that's answer. Now let's delve into this matter. The health minister has made a statement, and a very important statement. Or say, and I quote, if we don't act now, we could have about 180,000 trained health professionals sitting at home by 2028. Now, he expressed concern over the growing backlog of qualified health workers awaiting posting and employment. Or say, by 2028, nurse for ombe school about tenafia yentumi for mojuma aban entumi for mojuma normal be 180,000. Why? Because aban needs to make sure say backlog ne guona MPP aban ejagu wona oban for mojuma no. Now pressure is on the government to employ the backlog. Now remember, aban e pesika ediafa omo ayan for mojuma 8 years no. Na new group of nurses so e school almost so eba betenafie. It is by 2028, school 180,000 because that backlog that was created into once and every 2 weeks, nurse for be and Ghana say demonstration. 2021 for 2022 for 2023 for all these people are supposed to be employed. And when they say they are supposed to be employed, it means they are all supposed to be paid. Now there are nurses and health professionals for about 2-3 years, the government that left power did not pay their arrears. And all these people are on the sidelines also trying to get their money. This is the same government that is supposed to take money budget in the health ministry. So on for hospital, on for equipment, on for upgrading. The same health ministry sikano was say osai bi editia a backlog for salary. So you can see, say, the problem that has been created by Ekufuado Bawumia in the last 8 years, no, it is not something that we can use 4 years to deal with. We can try to solve it. And in the process of solving the problem, no, we are going to encounter a lot of bigger problems. Now, every day, I believe it's about time the government of Ghana stopped employing nurses. It is not the duty of the government to employ nurses. Imagine, the government of Ghana, aka say, we are also going to go the American way. Abino is not going to employ any nurse. The government is going to work with private entities that have qualified nurses. You know, the reason why in Tia, Amanfobi or Ghana, Omu nursing school, they cannot do anything. So it's because the courses they offer here, no, there is no competition. So the nursing for now nursing school, no, they offer basic nursing courses. They cannot offer any advanced courses out of the basic nursing now. Inti majority of nurses for you produce basic nurses. So they still need to upgrade on specific qualification before they can be given a specific job to do. And it's a study. Nurses graduate to Ghana no, because general nurses. They don't have any special skill, another special thing be almost a different job to do. Now, what the government should do, and what I believe will help, then say, we need to have reliable, accredited companies, institutions that will absorb nurses at the end of their graduation. Now, the government will have to now find these institutions and contract them to provide the government with nurses. Now, the government has to pay these nurses through these institutions or private companies. Now, when the government na nurses through a private company, what is going to happen? And say nurse be ye juma or rich hospital. Now, so it is going to go against that company that hired the nurse. Meaning, if 10 nurses here more rich, no money in Kelvin Taylor a nursing school a company and a form one. Nurse a pamo that Kelvin Taylor nursing company no accreditation no value no be conform. Inti these companies are mobile absorbed nurses no they are renting a buy no for the buying to pay the nurses through them no. They will make sure say they are giving the government the highest quality. Nurses are no, they are bringing them as technically expatriates in Ghana. Enti nurse ni bi ye adwuma na say at the end of the day ye assess nurse na say nurse no baby ofri ba no e kire say o company nurse nya papa o company no the license no na at the end of the day e ho ka. Enti these companies will try everything possible to hire nurses who are hungry, who are ready to serve, who are qualified to serve, and it will bring competition because these agencies will be able to absorb the nurses and give them different training now. Sebio radiology near the nurse for instance. These companies will be forced to even give their nurses those trainings. Send a beya value ni be cost. Now, what we are doing in Ghana right now, and they say, nurses could not pass out. Absorb the government of Ghana. It does not matter who becomes the president and who is the party in government. No government can absorb all nurses in Ghana. It can never happen. And we are creating unemployment with this strategy which isn't working. It's about time. A man kwane konesi na tia say so ko nursing school and just automatically aban befa. Who nursing school who grade ubenya no. There are companies sitting and waiting. Group when they we mu no munya first class. I need these ones. They are smart. Because check your grades, you know, where there when it comes to communication, we're good. When it comes to this, we're good. I need this. So the companies will be fighting for nurses who qualify, nurses who are basically the products they want. Now, these companies, some person are buying a more bigger contract. That's a buying 200 nurses from her and 1,000 nurses from her. These companies will be forced to put together institutions and schools. Bema nurses, no, another training a regular nursing school, no, and so in this case, no, these respective companies will also be competing among each other. They will be giving the nurses more extra education. Skill the regular nursing school will not give them. And that is what we need to adapt. Because if we don't do that, and we make it look like So we are nursing school aban for adwuma, we are going to destroy more lives than to create opportunities for people. And every time we be you what backlog of nurses. And the Sagana Ninas etu kwan kwa bruchira yentumi fa nya hwe. I'm being honest with you. Mumusa omo. Ya fa nya hwe because on see anything apart from basic nursing. And in nursing, and as in the health sector, you need to have some extra skill. And there are a lot of equipment you should be able to handle. There are a lot of courses in Ghana we don't offer. And the moment you allow international companies aban betumi o ma yedwuma aban betumi age necessary from there will be competition. These institutions and our private institutions, they will build health facilities with other equipment. Nurses, other skill. They will upgrade them. Into the they want to be the agency. The government is willing to work with them. Into one agency, are buying 10,000 nurses. All because there are nurses from this agency almost radiology. Almost aka regular nurse no. But this same institution be in Ghana no. Almost far regular nurses now are buying to me if you say almost skill near limited. This is the only way the government can shed this problem. Because it is looking like say I was saying at the end of the day, your fan as nurses, it's not going to be possible. And we need to be critical about this. It's about time we open this up. It's about time your private institutions are absorbing nurses no. In the sobi or nursing school na adwene say automatically me wie nursing school aban also from adwuma. Na adwene nyina say me wie nursing school no na me graduate here me pese be Kelvin Taylor the institution we mu because omo the one omo ye well known. Two, omo somehow some extra skill bia and then ma aban are very interested in employing their people. It is aban employ 10 nurses from this company. What is going to happen is the company that is supposed to assess the nurse. When the government writes any query about that nurse, it goes against the company. So the company will make sure say, one nurse you don't go and misbehave. Yet is a nurse be at a TikTok. Yet is a obi bewu na nurse be all that we do is write a query to the company that employed you. And the company with that 24 hours can withdraw you. It is not a job of the government to say, we're nurses union, Ghana nurses registered. No, it is the company that has to withdraw you because the company now withdraw in 24 hours. The Ecosi Rage Hospital, no. Say companies, nurses no more, respective companies and companies in abeji or more results. Say, what happened? Give me your report. That company, the Ecosi said, no, this nurse did not behave well. We are withdrawing our nurse. We are bringing a new one. That is how it works. But you see, these nurses are entitled. They are not working, but they want all the recognition. They want to be paid in full. That is why there's this laziness when it comes to our nurses. The nurses are supposed to work for private institutions that can fire and hire anytime. There is no fear in our nurses. The nurses are not getting any extra knowledge. These people are being trained and put in the system, and they are all waiting to be called to come and work in the hospitals. The government cannot absorb them. In some way, we need to take it seriously. It is not a joke. If we think that a government can come and absorb all nurses there and they abort them, it will never happen. It will never happen. If we like, let us try this as a pilot for Ghana. Most nurses come to school and come to our private institution because one, say me be a private institution in Ghana. Now say me the equipment ba. Na regular things na mutuan no nursing school no me dey metumi extremo radiology dey and dey kan ho abra wa register with my institution after school. When the government is looking for qualified people like that, the government will reach out to my company. Do you have 10 of these students who can operate this machine? Say yes, we have. You will be sitting at home. They will employ that person from that company. Now the government will pay the company your salary. So you cannot come and stand in front of the government ministry and say, we are demonstrating. Go and demonstrate at the company because they are the ones who employed you. The government pays you through the company. That is why you don't see nurses demonstrating at their hospitals in America. That is why you don't see doctors demonstrating because no government employee be our. It is the private agencies that have employed nurses and doctors. Let us try this. This is going to work. There will be some discipline in the system. Nurses will now be committed to their job. The sense of entitlement will be taken away. Now, we, the patients too, will see the changes in the attitude of our nurses. Now, we will be able to know a patient who is not respecting a nurse. We will see it clearly. Why are we forcing ourselves? Why are we destroying ourselves? There's an advice to the minister. There's an advice to the government. We cannot absorb all these people. It is never true. We can't. Let's give other agencies the opportunity. Let them come and build facilities. Let us go inspect it. Let us say you are certified to be a government agency that supply government with nurses. That's all. Your found nurses 200. If we are paid that with that, government can negotiate with this private institutions how much they want to pay a nurse. Into institution A, you treat nurse be $1 a day. Now institution B, you treat nurse $2 a day. The nurses after school, they will all want to work with institution B. So it will bring the competition. Nurses' salary will go up. Will not be the government that will decide how much a nurse is supposed to take. There will be less pressure on the government. Because the institutions, the private institutions that are absorbing the nurses, it is about what you have, the training you add. It is what the demand. The demand, we are demanding for people who can operate machines. This company has it. This company pays $10 an hour. This company, the workers, they are doing the right job. You will see that most of these nurses, there's no burden on the government. Because I'm buying for Juma. So I will say school now, you will get an agency to employ you for us to employ you. If the government employs nurses, health practitioners through agencies, nobody will demonstrate in Ghana again. Who are you demonstrating against? Go to the agency office and demonstrate. Because there's a contract between the government and the agency that employed you. The agency is taking $2 million from the government. The agency is paying you $2. I don't care. The agency knows the labor law. You are not supposed to be paid below the living wage or the minimum wage. So there's a standard. But you cannot pay below the standard. At least pay above the standard. That is it. Let us try and start thinking a little bit. Because this statement from Akando is dangerous. He's the minister. He sees it. The piling and piling of nurses' backlog, it is not going to stop. Salary, they be not lucky. Say, yes, we are winning the bed now if you are buying so. There's so much money the government can use in building our health sector in a short space of time. If the government tries this, I'm on pilot to wake Akando should pilot this for just 2 years. You will see what will happen in Ghana. All these nurses are nursing school. They'll be chasing these agencies. I'm telling you. You will see. You will get nurses who are being employed by private hospitals, who are being employed by public hospitals because it is competitive. The salary is good. Nobody is going to chase government. And a locum, and your dress, and your pet chain, and your pet watch. Those things, it is not going to be the burden of the government. Sebasa, the government can help nurses or buying school or mushia idea to become nurses. The government help ends when you exit the school. And you say, oh, call it for alawa. At that point, the government will say, okay, I can help with alawa, or I won't help with alawa. I'm going to do this rather. You can take loan. The government can help you whilst you're in the school. The moment you exit the school, you are not the responsibility of the government. You are on your own. Whatever you learned in that school, there are agencies around. You need to try and get employed for the government to hire you through that agency. Finished. This should be done. If I get the opportunity to speak to Mr. Kando, I'll tell him, Mr. Minister, try this, pilot this in our 2 regional hospitals and see. Get 2 agencies in Ghana. And let me tell you, your nurses need basic nurses. There are companies in Europe and America, more opportunity, be see facilities already training nurses, apart from their basic training, they be count. And Ghana, you will not see demonstration from nurse. And the nurse in the street so a demonstration there. Yen to atade man in she. Yen to atade man in she. Abiding to atade timi buofu. And a working condition. Working condition. Why are you asking me working condition? The working condition. Nipan of how would you man? And also, say nipan do ko hospital be. Na say hospital no. Nyoma also the jumani niwa. You tell the person you can't work there. Take me from there. The government will be forced to fix that hospital. But you don't come and send the government, give me shirt, give me dress, give me shoes. Every day, government. Government responsibility is to give you education. When government finishes giving you education, you have to go find where to work. And government needs to create the atmosphere, the environment for that. Before I end today's show, Adebia Yapa, and it's about this. Bringing Bawumia back as flag bearer for 2028 will keep us NPP in opposition for 12 years. Kede Agyapong akasa. Or say, Ode Bawumia ebaba back biumno. He knows for a fact to say, MPP betna opposition for 12 years. And the MPP before nam say Kelvin Taylor ye campaign ma Kede Agyapong. Me MPP ni. And I may choose say me kan okre na kire me MPP for. Na asama Kede Agyapong kan yi ehfa ene ya atro. Saka Mahamudu Bawumia etimi nya a number bimpo sustaining a ye MPP seat or parliament in Pokeka. Anka this statement can make us say no cre. But even the number of seats say yan tuma Bawumia inti yan tuma MP niso. It means Bawumia back and front niya he's not attractive. Or the no tare MP be a MP ni be losing. And on one su jina on one su be losing. Inti Kede Agyapong has a point. Or say CSR is a nipa we ya ko. Bawumia ne de ne ko ya you losing all the seats. Bawumia ne de ko ya you losing a record they been see Ghana politics with that. Inti a Jimmy Cross saying and Sanfa Bawumia anko. We also say it didn't attempt. And one of the spokespersons for Bawumia, we see, and then who a young man, small baby, you saw Kasama MPP, you saw a lawyer, small baby, I can take care of him. Now, Okasa didi ba a Kennedy Agyapong attempt say hey because of politics. Some small boy I don't know his name. Small boy also a lawyer with Nanoko Kobi I saw one petition. Small boy be Osha on my memonete. Very small boy. Afuaka will say small boy he's not even coherent. Onim de oka osa. Broken heart kwebe onyebi. Osa. Now, because of politics in T. This small boy was sitting on GH1 or TV3 and trying to insult Kennedy. And I'm saying, how did we get here? This is a young man who even pulls a table before he sleeps or treat table and sana wada. Tim, do you know the name? I don't, you know me, I don't put MPP communicators on my show because they are not worth it. Some small boy be like that. What's his name? Some small boy be Afuaka said, small boy. This is a boy who is very weak-minded. Say, a biniben will deal because of politics. The box is called roof 4. And he's trying to insult Kennedy Agyapong, Adentra, Okasama, Bawumia. And I'm saying, now broken out, and Obra Kennedy abo, me, some Kennedy atema because my Bob brat say Kennedy. Obra Mabono, it is the same as Kennedy. And I have the right to even insult Kennedy Agyapong because me need dada. Now, what small boy? Me dada, Kennedy dada. Me a CEO, Kennedy a CEO. If I speak against Kennedy, I'm fit to do that. Now you, because of party politics, no man I have for. So, girl, be here. Let me show you this girl. Bawumia, she works for Bawumia. Now, she Adibia Obi and I no catch Kennedy. Jesus Christ. Your friend Dr. Ekuya Mwako, the doctor na yofu say, or a political activist, deputy spokesperson for Bawumia. Now, or say, Kennedy Agyapong's logic. Hey, politics, MP, and these are the people Bawumia is funding. These are the people are MPP for no more by heart. Until now, they feel say they can just insult Kennedy because you perceive Bawumia lead the party. You kufu adon kwara. Oh, just say this girl, Kennedy house girl, crampo who for chain girl we. Opa me any Photoshop any BB any funny image now. I saw chain. Or see, Kennedy Agyapong's logic has always been faulty. Jesus Christ. What you say? Said he runs more than he reasons. Or see Kennedy Agyapong logic it has always been faulty. Mami di jomu nchiro. Or see Kennedy adwene a yede dwene no. Sebio na adwene no bibi aka na adwene nim na adwene no sebio enye adwuma. Yaka se car way or faulty a wo boss wa na tete bibia sei wom. Or see sa adwene ene adwene mu ntini a yede dwene. Eme yaka se we di o ye nipa na onya aboa no. Or see Kennedy die no e kire se onye nipa no ya aboa na adwene nsisi so yaka say faulty or say Kennedy Agyapong's logic why adwene mu ntini ehho ti a ene yaka say o logic ne nye adwuma e faulty girl we bie na no ka check Kennedy Agyapong say na adwene mu ntini ne nye adwuma ne logic no engina so sebio ehho atochema ene friend say yaka say bibi e faulty girl we at no obi na no ka check Kennedy and I say he rants or say okasa je na no nsuo he rants more than he reasons or say na no je okasa ansana na adwene aye adwuma or say na no kasa ye tan onim nyansa ye de kasa inti kasa firi no mu ba ansana wadwene inti opeso kire say Kennedy ejimi to the point to say de be firi no mu aba no ondwene ho wa kan wie no ansana wadwene inti Kennedy yakwasea we MPP ni ba oye dwuma ma ba omia oye kasama fo ma ba omia wa kiro ne brofo ntodwen say eda fom enim tia o mudi bu Kennedy no ene na man ya me ya as an MPP former MPP person I'm still part of it and sometimes we better be like say Kelvin Taylor or your campaign ma Kennedy Makacham say the MPP will stay in opposition for 42 years it does not matter who represents the MPP. But the issue here is, how can we allow such young people in the party? Girl, when the draws you're saying, obey a doctor da bang. Jantra was starting da bang to look at Kennedy and tell Ghana Funina on Twitter, say Kennedy a Jimmy for Okasa ansana wa Jenny, na najune moon sipi, way. Na Kennedy, wafa mafa krama cry, way on fanenda. So how did we get here? How can the party come this low? All because I was a Baumia be a flag bearer. Fine, we know you are going to rake, but at least show some respect. Oh, your bar. Or bar we go offend to say bearman fan bearman shell too. Now, Ojina can some way. Then we sit and we think this is normal. Ya cinema made na ko school, ne papa de na ko school. Na aketesia we ne to krodo so de nam krom say me a doctor. Such a dirty riffraff. The despicableness of this. And today, you need to be a friend of Bawa, or be being a numkasa, I say Bini Gunenum, all because of politics, because Bawomiana Neyre, Zimo. What is this? Sani party no. What kind of disrespect is this? Aden, it's Bawomia and the flag bearer, then see. Now, people like you put a man like Kennedy there, and then because of politics, Jack. It's exactly 3 hours 22 minutes. Ochina, we will show up. We will discuss Ghana. God bless you. God bless me. God bless Ghana. God bless America. Have a wonderful night. Abuache. Gi.